Game over. Current stats show that homeowners are finally feeling the pressure of how much interest rates have risen in the past year. Does this mean that the market is going to fail in 2024? I recently saw a stat that said that 56% of homeowners are in trouble. And if you're someone that currently has a mortgage on your home, you're going to want to watch this entire video to make sure that you're not at risk in the future. And I'm also going to be sharing what I personally plan to do with the 3 mortgages that I have coming up for renewal here at the end of the video. Something crazy recently happened that homeowners are currently amortizing their mortgages longer than 25 years. Before, in the past, people who typically did 30-year mortgages were just real estate investors or developers. But currently now, 60% of all new mortgages have amortization greater than 25 years. In early 2022, we saw interest rates begin to rise, and we saw 10 consecutive rate hikes to follow. And for people that had variable rate mortgages, you've now seen your payments more than double what you currently were at in 2022. And the worst part for people who have variable rate mortgages, that payments on these loans are now having nothing go towards equity and just the payment going towards interest, which has then caused them to reach a trigger point in their mortgage, which can be extremely dangerous for people. If you're getting a lot of value from my content here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with what you should do proceeding in the future in the real estate market. But where should we go from here in terms of moving forward with the real estate market? And this is my personal opinion on how the real estate market is going to progress for the rest of 2023. If we do see another rate increase, I personally believe that this won't have much of an effect on what's going on in the current market. And in my opinion, I think that supply and demand has a lot bigger to do with what's going on in the current real estate market than interest rates. And yes, of course, interest rates do have a big part in the real estate market, but just from seeing from last year with interest rates literally doubling to the point we're at now, and that certain markets have actually still been able to appreciate in prices with over half of their borrowing power getting diminished from interest rates. From my point of view, I see that the current supply and demand of what each market offers dictates how the real estate market is going to be functioning in your area. And this extreme shortage of demand for housing just comes down to Justin Trudeau's lack of spending towards the real estate market has really put us in a bottleneck in terms of inventory and causing us to have a massive shortage in the housing market. And for me, currently, I have 3 mortgages that are coming up for renewal, and what I plan on doing is doing a 2-year fixed rate on these properties. The reason being is I want to reassess at the time in 2 years to see where interest rates are at. I certainly can't predict the future, but I believe that this 2-year time frame is going to be a good hedge towards what I can potentially do if interest rates do go down, that I can at least stick with the high interest rates for 2 years remaining on. I would like to think that in this 2-year span, interest rates will settle down, will come back down to a lower level than what they're currently at. So this is my personal plan that I think I'm going to do with my properties. Ultimately, every person's financial situation is different, so you want to talk to your mortgage broker to see what is going to be the best plan of action for you in terms of handling your mortgages for the future. And the golden question that I get asked all the time is, how is the current real estate market? And this really just depends on where you're at in life and where you're at in terms of your future goals and plans and what you're trying to achieve. And in my professional opinion, I believe that people that should be still continuing to look for homes are people that are looking to upsize or real estate investors in today's current market of high interest rates. And if you want more information on why I believe those people should continue be searching to purchase real estate right now, I'm going to leave a link at the top of the description here that you can book a call with me so we can go over to see what your real estate goals are and if you fall into one of these buckets of people that should be continuing to look for real estate. If you want to find out what has caused the massive appreciation of housing prices here in Canada, you're going to want to watch this video next, where I go over how Justin Trudeau is the main reason why we have such a shortage in housing.